Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well today and are enjoying every little bit of summer. I'm a summer baby, so of course it's my favorite season, and when this video goes up it will have just passed my birthday, so I'm very excited to be celebrating another year of life. It's always around this time of year that I feel super inspired, and I don't know if it's just me, but summer always just makes me feel a little bit more creative. Like, all I want to do is work on a craft, take pictures of literally everything around me, read a book by the lake, and try out new recipes. Like, that is kind of my summer bucket list this year. And you guys know I have a never-ending list of projects and ideas that I want to try out, so today we are working on some of those. And as you can tell by the title, we're working on some air dry clay projects that I've been seeing floating around the interwebs. Air dry clay is such a fun medium, and even if you're a beginner, there are so many beginner-friendly projects that you can try out. And if you go back to the beginning of my channel, I feel like air dry clay is really when I started to dive into DIYs. I've learned a lot since then, so in this video I'm also going to share my best tips and tricks with air dry clay, and I'll answer some FAQs that I see all the time on my videos. I'm really excited for these project ideas, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so I have everything set up, and over the years I feel like I've grown my tool collection, but a lot of these I've had for like over 10 years. So if you want to go out and buy some tools, they have some kits that are very affordable and they last forever. So these are really nice, especially if you're working on more detailed pieces. So I will link the kit that I have down below. But I would say you only really need a couple of tools. So the first is a rolling pin. I found this at the thrift store. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can even use a wine bottle or even a soda can. If you guys remember the days when I used to use one of those, shout out to you because you're a real one. So this is a must. And then I would also say to get an X-Acto knife or utility knife, something with a sharp edge that you can cut out little shapes with. And that's really it. But something that I also recommend is using a sponge. I feel like this just helps smooth out everything so well. So this first project is something that I've been wanting to make with air dry clay, but it's actually really hard to find out if you can actually waterproof it. So I am going to test it out, and after this I'll actually give you an update of how well it holds up, because we are making a wall vase. So I've seen different variations of this, and I just think it'd be so fun to have a little wall vase in the middle of a gallery wall and then have some fresh flowers in it that you could change out weekly. This year I've been buying myself more flowers on a regular basis, and I feel like it'd just be so nice to have something fresh in your house every single week, especially during summertime. There are so many different ways to do it, but I'm gonna start by just rolling out a slab and then building out a little container for the flowers. I'm starting with one of the most basic clay techniques, which is slipping and scoring, to ensure that these two pieces are gonna stay together during the drying process. You wanna take your time and make sure that everything is nice and blended together with a tight seal. So whether you're using your fingers or some tools or a sponge, this step is really crucial. So basically I wanted to make this because I was at a local flower shop and they had these really cute radish wall vases, and I totally thought that they were vintage. I almost bought one, but I was thinking maybe I could find some other cute vintage veggie vases online. And guess what? I found out they weren't even vintage. A company makes them and they are a vintage reproduction, so they look very convincing. So after I found that out, I decided that I would just make one for myself, and I have a feeling that I will probably get hooked to using this. I love the idea of a wall vase because it's super versatile. You could put in some dried flowers, a plant, or even use it for propagating plants. They are just such a fun way to decorate your walls and spice things up from your usual framed artwork, so I think that's why I'm really drawn to them. I definitely have been buying more flowers lately because I find myself walking to the grocery store every week and they always have such a good sale on them. So I come home with fresh florals, and it has been such a nice change to be able to walk everywhere. We've been living in the suburbs for the past couple of years, so I love that everything in our neighborhood is so walkable. There are tons of shops and cafes and restaurants that are right out my front door. It's been a lot of fun exploring our neighborhood, especially now that summer is in full swing and everything everything just feels so much more alive, and I'm feeling so inspired to create lately. Lately, I've been having so much fun with my projects. I feel like I'm getting more creative and colorful with them, and I definitely have been trying to incorporate more of that into my style and my outfits. That also includes switching up my eyewear. So I did just get in a couple of new top frames from Pair, who is so kindly sponsoring today's video. If you are someone who wears glasses or sunglasses, you guys have to check out Pair. They offer high quality, customizable frames that have these interchangeable magnetic tops, which I think are genius. They have so many fun styles and shapes and colors that you can choose from for your base frame, and I would definitely recommend doing the virtual try-on to see what best suits you. So these are the Otis frame. I feel like they're very flattering, and of course I did a classic tortoise because I just love the way that it looks. They have this new sandstone tortoise, which I think is so cute. It's like a lighter version. I think this is great, especially for summertime. And then on their site, I spotted these cowhide ones, which also kind of give like the same vibe, but a little bit more fun because it's an animal print. And they are always coming out with new collections. So this one is from the Van Gogh collection. I think they are so cute. It has like a green on top and then a neutral color. So it's still neutral, but really fun with a beautiful print on it. And now that it's summer, I always have a pair of sunnies. So these are the classic tortoise, but with the sunglasses frame. So you get a brand new look without having to lug around an extra pair of glasses. My collection is growing, and I love that you can mix and match them to get so many different looks. If you guys want to check them out, they gave me a 15% off discount code. So you can use my link down below or scan my QR code to get 15% off of your first pair. And what's amazing is that with each purchase of a base pair, you're actually giving back to a child in need of vision care or glasses with their Pair for a Pair program. So definitely check it out. These are so cute. Okay, so it's been like 3 days now, and this is completely dry now. I think one of the biggest mistakes that I made starting out with air dry clay is not giving it enough time to dry. If you're making pieces that are really small or very thin, usually a day is fine, but if it's something a little bit thicker, I usually wait for 2 days. And if it's a bigger piece like this, I definitely would wait at least 3 days before painting it, because if it's still drying underneath, then the paint can crack, and that is not fun because then it's really hard to fix. So here is what she's looking like. I love this shape so much. I also sanded this down so it's nice and smooth now. I'm still a little stumped on the design. I think I might want to do a little bit of speckling so that it looks more like ceramic. That's kind of initially what I'm thinking of, but there are so many cute ideas that I saw online. So I'm just gonna start painting and see where the creative juices lead us. Guys, I'm very happy with this design. I feel like this really does look like ceramic. So to finish it, I've been really loving UV resin. I started using this past year, and I think it makes a world of a difference. It gives your clay a harder surface, and apparently this is also waterproof. So we're gonna put that to the test today. I'm gonna put so much inside. I'm gonna make sure to really coat it and give it a bunch of coats so that no water touches the clay and that we can hold flowers in it. So let's test it out and see what happens. So I'm not sure when I first saw this idea, but if you are scrolling on the DIY / like arts and crafts side of TikTok, then you've probably seen these cute tic-tac-toe boards before. I'm pretty sure the first one I saw was like a blueberry waffle theme, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. I bookmarked it and I've had it in the back of my mind for so long, and today we are gonna make our own version. So I'm really indecisive when it comes to choosing things for my projects, like colors and themes, and this took me so long to land on what I wanted to do. There are so many cute and creative themes out there, and I just want to do them all, but I finally landed on doing a strawberry matcha theme because I think it would look really cute on my coffee table. My second choice was doing a bowl of ramen, but I just feel like the colors of a strawberry matcha would be so much cuter, so that is what we're doing. And I'm gonna start by making a circle base, and from there we'll add the lines on top, which I have a feeling is gonna be a little bit tricky, so I'm gonna try my very best. I can't get over how much this looks like a little waffle. So it's been about a day. I just let this dry overnight. And at this point, this is at the leather hard stage. So it's still drying, but you could still work it and make it even smoother. So what I like to do is get some slip, go over any of the edges that look a little bit rough. And at this point, this is also a great spot to like carve anything or define the edges a little bit more. So I can use a silicone tip and kind of just like get in there and get all the little details. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this stage of air dry clay because this is where you can make those last adjustments before it dries down completely. So definitely would recommend to check your clay after a day, make any little changes that you want to do before it dries down. These pieces turned out so cute, you guys. I'm gonna sand them down just a little bit and then we're gonna start painting. So I went online to see if there were any inspiration photos that were similar to the theme that I'm doing. So I found a couple, and then I found this board by Amanda Eve, and it is literally like the theme that I'm going for. So I love the way that she did the latte art. So I'm gonna attempt to do that on the board. And usually for projects like this, I just use regular craft paint, but I started using these paints from Shuttle Art. I've been really liking these. This is like the vintage collection, so the tones are a little bit more muted, and I just love the way that these look. And something I really like about this paint is that it's really sticky and it is for multi-surfaces, so you can paint this on ceramics and obviously on air dry clay. I feel like it's gonna work really well there. Okay, let's do this. I love painting days because I can be super comfy. Like I'm literally wearing Christmas pajamas. I'm gonna put on an audiobook, sip on some tea, and it's gonna be a really good time. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but my feed has been filled with a lot of fun matcha recipes to make at home, and I have been making strawberry matchas non-stop this summer. They are just so good. And recently I saw someone make a cherry blossom matcha, so I thought that the pink from the flowers would be so cute and complement the red strawberries, so those are gonna be our playing pieces. This year, I feel like I've been really focusing on projects that just bring me pure joy. And this project is definitely checking that off. From working with the clay to painting the little pieces, this is really bringing out the inner child in me. And can someone please tell me what is the best method in winning tic-tac-toe? Because after I finished this project, Brian and I played a bunch of games on this board and neither of us won any of the games. It was literally cat scratch every single time. If there's some type of cheat code that I don't know about, leave them in the comments because I need to beat Brian at least one time in this game. Okay, this took me forever, but so worth it because I think it came out quite good. And not to toot my own horn, but how cute is this color combo? Oh my gosh, I can't get over it. This is gonna be so cute once we add the resin and then everything's really gonna pop. Update on the wall vase, it's been a couple of days and the water inside is holding up fine. So I think it's safe to say that the resin worked, but I'm still a little bit paranoid. So I'm probably gonna put like a little test tube or something in there to hold the water. Otherwise, when I don't have fresh flowers in it, I'll probably put some dried flowers in there. And also I did beat Brian in one game of tic-tac-toe, but the rest have still just been ties. And I think I only won because he wasn't paying attention. It's been such a fun addition to the coffee table and I absolutely love how that came out. Let me know in the comments which project was your favorite from today's video. And if you guys like these ideas, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below and also subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to see more from me, you can follow me over on Instagram where I post every single day. More DIYs and more projects are coming this month, so stay tuned, stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!